morning, people. It's about 7:30. I'm by the bus terminal. And this is the exit point of this terminal. Here's one of the government buses that blew on. This white one, we call them ZRs because of the number plate. Matatu in other parts of the world, in Barbados, ZR. So this is the entrance for passengers to go into this terminal. Right now I'm standing on the bridge. Here I am in the park, a mini park. This has a statue which you just saw of the late Errol Walton Barrow, who was the first Prime Minister of Barbados. He was also a combat veteran, a lawyer, a politician, a Cormier cook, and an author. Previously, this area was a parking area for taxis, but the government reclaimed the area to put this statue as a little fountain, places to just go and relax when you're in the city shopping and you need just rest your feet. You can always come here, sit back and relax and enjoy the view. And this is the National Pledge of Barbados. This is at the other end of the little park, the mini park. And it's right over the bridge. That's the reason Bridgetown got its name, from this bridge, or more or less the bridge that was here previously. It was originally named Indian Bridge because of a crude wooden bridge that was built by the Arawak Indians, who were the first inhabitants of Barbados. When the British settlers first came to Barbados, there wasn't much infrastructure except for that wooden bridge which stretched across an inlet channel of this river called the Carinage. But this current bridge is called a swing bridge. It replaced that wooden bridge and it opened the way for small boats and pleasure craft to be able to cross over from one side into the inner basin of the river. These are some of those crafts that are just here. And this is just another view of the swing bridge. Normally when a boat or something is coming in, it would just lift to the ear to allow those boats to pass, and then it will descend. This spot is formerly called Trafalgar Square. It is the geographic center of Bridgetown, where this bronze statue of Lord Nelson was erected in 1813, about 207 years ago. But a week after filming this, it was removed after 207 years. And this is the main entrance to Bridgetown. This is Swan Street. Main Street mainly includes commercial banks, department stores, duty-free shops, pharmacies, indoor malls where you will find retail stores selling souvenirs, clothing, electronics, jewelry stores. There are many shopping opportunities, a wide range of prices because of the duty-free tax haven. It can be 30 to 50% less than in similar stores in Europe or America.
Go ahead, go ahead.
In this video, you will not see much of inside of stores or people because number one, Barbadians do not like camera being pointed at them, so I've been trying to avoid that, and that's why mainly came into the city before the crowds came so that I could film a bit of what's happening without any distractions. But in future I will be thinking of using a technique to film in a covert way without the people being conscious that I'm recording. Here we have reached the end of Broad Street, but we're still in Bridgetown. This is one of the most popular stores that sells household items, electronics, televisions, beds, and so on. And it has a policy: if you can find anything that's cheaper, has a better price than they do, they will match that price for you. Here we're looking at St. Mary's Church, that's on the opposite side. It's a very old structure, 1800s, yeah. This is the lower part of Bridgetown. We are now into the cheap side area, where things are supposed to be cheaper, I believe, but it is also a heritage site, UNESCO. This building here is the General Post Office. All the mail from other districts all over Barbados would leave from this one location. packages that are going overseas. Now we're into another bus terminal. This one is mostly for those yellow buses are called minibuses. The white ones are called ZRs. The government-owned buses like this blue one, those are the transport board buses. It's a government-owned public transportation system. At about 33 recently acquired electric buses. Beyond that, they have about 338 buses that service all over the island. And the fare from one place to anywhere in Barbados is $3. That is $3 Barbados, $1.50 US. Now we are on to Swan Street. This is the other area that's adjacent to Broad Street. So I'm now going in reverse direction. This is the most popular shopping area, the busiest street in Bridgetown. There you will find a number of small businesses, retail stores, vendors. These businesses consist mainly of convenience stores, beauty stores, jewelry stores, clothing stores, shoe stores, electronic stores, fabric stores. In fact, basically every type of store you can imagine. And the good news is the products on Swan Street are far cheaper than those on Broad Street. And because it's early morning, I came to film before the crowds come into town. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to easily maneuver through the street because it's usually very, very busy. The crowds will start to descend around 8:30, going to 9 o'clock. From that time, it's just sort of like pandemonium. Some swans here. But it was named after a gentleman named Mr. Swan, and not after the birds. This is my first ever attempt at vlogging. I'm using my phone. I was pushed and encouraged by Christine Gear from Kenya, and the name Yokana, which means John, was a name given to me by my Ugandan friend from the village, Erina TL. Okay, I'm giving you a slight glimpse of what I look like in a mask. Back to the starting point. This is my transportation back home.